question. We do have in the international community, we do have the ICC, the International Criminal Court, but you have to remember that Israel is a democratic state and a very humanitarian state, but we're dealing with a terrorist organization, and therefore the regular laws don't always apply to the reality of the situation. So even if we talk about the organs of the international law community, like the ICC or other courts available in Hague, you are dealing with a terrorist organization just in front. It's not two sovereign states, fighting one in front of the other. So it makes it much more complicated in this situation to apply to the law, to the international law.
Great. Thank you very much. And we are here staying for questions on a one-on-one basis. Thank you. Let's hope for the good. So, I am Ziv Agmon. I am a lawyer. I practice international law. I am the advisor of the head of the National Public Diplomacy Directorate of the Prime Minister's in the Prime Minister's office, and I am here today to talk about the international law aspects about the whole situation that we're in, from the beginning until the hostages today that we hope that will be home by the end of the day. And we will be talking and accepting questions also by the people who are sitting here and also the people who are connected to the Zoom. I would want to start with a few general things regarding what's going to happen today, later on today. And I would like to begin with also a few numbers, just so we can be up to date regarding the facts of, from the beginning until the end. And since we're now in a pause, a military pause, so we can count a lot of things that and give an accurate number. So I would like to start, first of all, from the number of rockets that were shot since the beginning of October 7th. And we are at 10,500 rockets that were from Hamas. And there are over 1,200 people who were murdered during this October 7th massacre. And we have almost 8,000 people who are still injured and in medical care, hospitalized in medical care, since these since the October 7th. And these are the numbers. These are the correct numbers until today. Regarding the process that we're going to go through today, today is not going to be an easy day, and we will begin the day hoping that we can really see a good picture in the end of the day, because we have to remember always, and especially when I talk about the international law, we should always remember that Israel is a country, it's a state, it's organized, it's something that's very, legislated. Everything is very organized. And the Hamas, which is a terrorist organization, and everything is really a miracle that's happening. We don't know how we will receive, when we will receive, everything, and if this agreement will be at the end executed as written. This morning already, we saw rockets that were fired after the pause was declared, and Israel will be standing straight with the agreement and all the things that the agreement that was written in the agreement, and we hope to begin later on today to receive the hostages, and let's start the process going down. So, God willing, we will start the process. The first to receive these hostages from all ages are representatives of the Red Cross. The Red Cross will receive either one by one or in groups. We still don't have an accurate way of how they will receive them. They are in touch with the groups in the Hamas, and they are conducting it directly. After they will be handed over to the representatives of the Red Cross will take them across the border and hand the hostages to representatives of the Israeli Defense Force, who will meet each hostage and identify them physically and by the lists that we have, and see that these are the correct people that we are receiving. After the representative of the IDF will finish identifying and receiving the hostages to his hands, there will be a medical doctor who will perform a full examination, physical, to see the health situation and condition that these hostages are held over, in order to give them first aid and understand what is the procedure on the medical aspect that these hostages will need to go through. After they will finish a complete checkup, they will be able to call the families and will reunite on a voice and video, and we'll try to, as much as possible, to talk with the family members, as much family members as can be, and as it will be directed by professionals. We have to understand that many people have family members who are not alive anymore. There are children with parents that have died and were murdered. Siblings that are not alive anymore were also murdered during this. And because there was no connection with the hostages, we don't know what they know and what they don't. And this is very important, because the first connection with the family is by a phone call. And this is why we need to see it will be directed by professionals that will conduct exactly the right thing in order to preserve their health situation, mental situation, and see that they're doing the right thing on that behalf. After they will finish their phone call and they will reunite with their family in that call, they will be flown to 5 major hospitals and medical centers throughout Israel, depending on their health situation, depending on the medical needs that they have, in order to give them the best treatment that they can as soon as possible. The centers are throughout Israel, and they will be directed or flown into these centers depending on their situation. The families will be physically reunited with their loved ones after they land in the hospital and they arrive in the hospital, and they will be reunited there. Whoever will need medical attention will receive it in the hospitals. Whoever will be able to go home will be able to go home, and we hope they will go home. I'm saying again, we don't know their medical conditions yet, so everything is possible. And we are ready to give any attention needed on the medical, the psychologists are on hand, and everybody, the hostages will receive the best medical attention immediately. This is what's going to happen today. For now, we don't know exactly the amount, how many people will be handed over. It's a figure that we cannot say right now because we don't know. As I said before, we are dealing with somebody through somebody, so it's a bit, you don't know exactly what we're gonna get, how many people we're gonna get. We're just hoping for the best. We're hoping for as much as we can receive today, and this is what we're hoping we can really smile today, later on today. That's enough about today. This is what I can say about today. If you have any questions, I will be able to answer.